I've lived with my best friend Jordan for about 3 years now. We met in college, clicked over music and bad horror movies, and ended up renting a two-bedroom apartment together just outside the city. We're alike in a lot of ways, both introverts, both night owls, but if I'm honest, Jordan's always been a little off. Not in a dangerous way, just quiet. He'd stare a little too long. Sometimes I'd find him sitting in the dark in the living room, not doing anything, just sitting, looking out the window like he was watching something I couldn't see. I chalked it up to him being eccentric. We all have our quirks. But a few weeks ago, something happened that I still haven't been able to shake. It started with a box. Jordan had gone out of town for the weekend, said he needed to visit family. I was cleaning up, reorganizing some stuff in the hallway closet when I noticed his door wasn't fully shut. Now, we respected each other's privacy, always. But the door was open and I was bored and curious, and the way it was cracked, it was like it wanted me to see. So I peeked in. Nothing unusual at first. His room was clean, kind of sterile actually. Minimalist desk, blackout curtains drawn shut. But then I saw it. A black shoebox on the floor next to his nightstand. It had no label, no branding, just a strip of duct tape sealing it shut. I told myself I'd just look for a second, just a peek. Inside were about a dozen CDs. Not DVDs, but actual writable CDRs, like the kind you'd burn music onto in high school. Each had a date and a handwritten title in black marker. Things like Dinner 11:14. Smile Practice. Watching You Sleep. I felt a pit form in my stomach reading that last one, but I couldn't stop myself. I took 3 and brought them into the living room. I popped one into my laptop, the one labeled Smile Practice. The screen flickered, then Jordan appeared. He was in our living room, same couch I was sitting on, but it was darker. Only the floor lamp was on in the corner, casting these long shadows. He just stared at the camera, not smiling, just watching. The video went on for almost 10 minutes, no cuts, no sound. And then, in the last minute, he started smiling. Not like a natural grin. His mouth pulled back too far, like he'd forgotten how. His eyes didn't match it. He looked like he was trying to mimic joy and failing. Then the video ended. I sat there, hands on the keyboard, unsure of what I'd just seen. And I should have stopped there. But I didn't. This one started with Jordan sitting at our kitchen table, just a single plate in front of him, but there was nothing on it, just an empty plate and a fork. He stared down at it for a while. Then he picked up the fork and started miming like he was eating something, very slowly, deliberately. Occasionally, he'd look directly at the camera and nod as if to say, "It's good." But the plate stayed empty the entire time. This went on for 20 minutes. He'd bring the fork up to his mouth, chew, smile, chew again. At one point, he paused and whispered something. I had to rewind and turn the volume all the way up to catch it. He said, "This one's not for you." I ejected the CD and nearly dropped it. I knew I shouldn't, but of course I did. It was me, sleeping in my bed. The timestamp on the video was from 2 weeks ago. The camera was set up in the corner of my room, not a phone, but a mounted camcorder by the look of the angle. Jordan wasn't in the shot, but I knew he had to be the one filming it. There I was, tossing and turning. Nothing obviously creepy, just me, asleep. But something about seeing yourself like that, unaware, vulnerable, made my skin crawl. The last few seconds of the video, the camera zooms in slowly on my face, then it cuts out. I didn't sleep that night. I spent the next 2 hours watching every CD in the box. Each one was weirder than the last. One showed Jordan dancing in total silence in the middle of the street at night, completely alone. Another was him in this bathroom mirror, blinking out of sync with his reflection. One was just 45 minutes of our front door, like he was waiting for someone to come in. But the last one, that's the one I can't forget. It was simply labeled, Collection. At first it was just static. Then it cut to a dimly lit room, not ours. The camera was low to the ground, pointed upward. You could barely make out the shape of someone tied to a chair. Their face was obscured, but their breathing was audible, sharp, panicked. Then Jordan walked into frame. He didn't say anything, just stood behind the person in the chair, watched them. After a few minutes, he leaned down and whispered something into their ear. The mic didn't pick it up. Then he looked directly at the camera, like he was looking at me. He smiled, not the fake smile from before. This one felt real. Content. Then the video glitched and looped back to the beginning. When Jordan came home that Sunday night, I was sitting at the kitchen table, all the CDs stacked in front of me. He walked in, saw them, and didn't even flinch. Didn't ask me what I was doing. Didn't explain. He just looked at me and said, "You weren't supposed to see those." I asked him what the hell they were, if they were real, if any of it was some kind of sick performance art. He didn't answer. He just walked past me, gathered the CDs into the box and said, "You should move out." And I did. The next morning I packed a bag, left the key on the counter and walked out. It's been 6 weeks. I haven't heard from Jordan. His number's disconnected. His social accounts are all gone. I filed a tip anonymously with the police, but I never heard anything back. I don't know if they took it seriously. I don't even know if they found him. But sometimes, when I'm walking home at night, I swear I hear faint music coming from behind me. A familiar rhythm. And it sounds like someone dancing.